Hi, my name is Aleta Davis and I am a rug maker. I love making crocheted rugs. I am from western Pennsylvania, originally up in the mountains near the coal mines, and I saw braided rugs being made as a child, and it was one of the first things that I wanted to learn how to do as a child. In fact, I think I was only about 11 when my grandmother tried to teach me to braid rugs. And I studied art at Salisbury University, so I have a love of all types of art, but I'm having so much fun with this. I don't have time for much of my other art anymore. And I have a little business called Three Sisters Rugs to Riches, and we have a Facebook page also. So if you want to see all kinds of different things we're doing or what we've been making, you can go there. I had parents from the Depression era, and I grew up in the 60s and 70s when we were all hippy-dippy earth mothers, and everybody was spinning and weaving and making their own cheese and making rugs and all that. So I am just really, really attached to the process of saving some of the fabric, the mountains and mountains of fabric that we throw out. This, especially back in the 60s, we really learned to recycle, and it was save the planet type thing. So everything I make is recycled fabric. I don't use anything new unless somebody happens to give me a piece and say I absolutely have to have this in here. How I finally thought I could teach myself how to do this, my mother could do, she taught all of us, the boys and girls, embroidery. She tried to teach me knitting. I hated it. When I was doing embroidery, she taught me how to crochet a little edging around my pillowcases and towels and things I made. Just a little fancy, like a triple crochet shell type stitch. So I knew I could do a chain stitch and a single crochet, and I thought I could figure this out. But what happened when I tried to make my own without any instruction, I didn't know anything about increasing and decreasing. I didn't know how to keep the rug from getting too tight. So I took a class. We had a person come in and teach when I was the chairman at Poplar Hill Mansion. And I just fell in love with it. I made 2.5 rugs in 6 weeks. I just was so in love with it. And they weren't the best, but what my sister taught me a little bit how to keep it from getting too tight, the way she made her rugs. And I learned how to increase and decrease. Now the rug I'm making right now, you don't have to worry, because this is a basic back and forth, like as though you were doing a scarf. But if you do a round rug, if you're not careful, it's going to turn into a bowl. And when you see it starting to do that, you need to increase, which means you need to start taking an extra stitch every so many stitches in your rug, and that will help it stay flat. The thing is, when I do festivals and stuff, I have so many younger people who are so interested. They've never seen this done. They've always wanted to know how you do it. One girl said, well, how do you get them to look old? I said, you just keep them long enough and wash them enough and they'll get old.